batted leadoff in that game, the only other time he's done so this year. Martín Pérez, he's third. So many pitches and so many quadrants of the strike zone. He seems to be locked in everywhere as it goes to 0-2. Just get out there and play. And that's what he's doing tonight.
Walk it off.
And strike 3 on the inside corner as Pérez gets him for the first out. More than 4.5. He's got a losing record. As Jed stands in, takes one at the knees for a strike.
Well, let's just get this out of the way right now. Couple things he's done very, very well. He's pitched in the ballpark. No homers allowed against the left-hander so far this season.
There's the cutter on the outside part.
Runs allowed, 27 1/3, and no long balls.
Right to Seager at short, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Punch-outs, only 8 walks.
Chad Pinder sails one to center. Garcia, though, has some room out there, and he'll make the catch. The A's go 1-2-3. We go to the second with no score. Now Murphy stands in, a 6-game hitting streak. The A's now 1-0, facing Martín Pérez.
That list is there's a lot of guys there, Vinny, with a lot of horsepower. Paul, not so much, but
a lot of confidence.
Get them on the train because it means a lot.
Now 2 balls and a strike on Murphy. The Rangers, and was with them through 18. And his journey took him to Minnesota for a year, Boston for a couple, and back this year, a 1-year. The 2-2. And now a full count.
Notice some follicles when they pop up and when they go away.
And that is on the inside corner. And 4 in a row sat down by Pérez to start.
Sinker, cutter.
Sheldon bounces one to third, and Ibanez quickly over to first base for out number 2.
With the movement of each one of those pitches, and you could get through an evening.
These are thinking this is bubbling with Bethancourt at the plate about to explode. They really feel like there's some power that's waiting to make an appearance. We've seen it from time to time. When he connects, the ball really jumps. And just counted his favor at 2-0. Now 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, Vinny, I think that also comes from just consistent work, consistent at bats, and being able to become that much more of a self-evaluator.
And he will take ball 4. His first base runner of the night is Bethancourt. That'll see if the A's can do something with 2 outs here, down 1-0. And strike.
I can remember hearing stories about Elvis.
The 1-1 from Pérez. That misses wide. In July of series years in 10 and 11. Runner goes. And Himes' throw not in time. And the A's with their 31st steal of the year. Steelers. But learning how to steal bases.
Well, Vinny, it's an art. And it's a discipline.
That's grounded sharply, but right at Seager. Over to first, and the inning is over. The A's get a walk and nothing more, and on to the third. 1-0 Texas. Come in. Bottom of the third, the A's now 1-0, and Kevin Smith leads. Trying to get the average on an uptick. Now they counted his favorites.
Kevin Smith and Sheldon Noisy and even Bethancourt, guys that on the defensive side of the baseball, I've always felt like things at the plate can kind of fall into place.
2 hops to Seager, and there's 1 out. Well, I'll say this about that's a positive sign.
Well, there's no doubt about it. And what you really like is the fact that year 15, this is what's important to me. This is how I've been able to stay at this level, and that's the mess out. They can look at the 15-year vet and realize, why am I taking ground balls second today?
It is still work in progress, but moving forward, just missed inside. Great move by the Athletics of having Eric up here. The fly ball to shallow right. Calhoun hustling in, Calhoun coming, and he's there. Won the Gold Glove in 2015. He plays that position so well. And that's
how Cole Calhoun plays this game.
Laureano for the second time tonight. Strikeout looking in the that could provide to the A's offense.
Oh.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Starting things off.
The 1-1 pitch. It's on the inside corner. It was pushing Ramon. 1-2 pitch. Nobody there, and the shift that's going to sneak its way through to right center field. And Ramon has the A's first base hit of the night. Ice. The things that Eric Martins finds through pregame preparation. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. And that goes right through Heim. That's going to get Ramon to second base. He just fanned on it. And that backdoor cutter over for a strike makes it 2-2 from the batter's box. Backdoor cutter got him, and Jet thought that might have been outside. Instead, the inning is over. Single and nothing more. Pinder starts the bottom of the 4th. A's are down 1-0. And he rips one into left, a base hit.
Come on.
Crisp single to the right of Corey Seager. And Pinder, who was quite a bit better than what they were enduring for a long time this year. And Murphy takes low and outside ball 1. And
don't have that 1, maybe 2 guys that you feel like can do that.
Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 2 balls and a strike. A couple of days ago. Fly ball to left. Chasing Miller. He can't get it. It's up against the wall. Pinder's the third, and Bushy's going to stop him. And into second base with a double. Sean Murphy, a 7-game hitting streak, his 12th double of the year. Yeah, dude. He came inside on him and missed with ball 1.
Defend him.
That is just outside. Good take, and 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he's done a good job of that right there. Taking pitches away, but also
with nobody out here in the 4th inning. Now 2 balls and a strike. And Perez to Noisy. Now 2-2.
Well,
another 2-2 from Perez. That backdoor cutter, that has been the big go-to pitch for him against pitches in the 2nd, stands in. And that is right at Semien. Man, oh man. If he's playing back, he's something that 2-1 with nobody out in the inning. Now 2 outs and the same 2 men aboard. As a changeup misses outside for ball 1.
Perez maybe overexposed it at times.
Now 1 ball and 1 strike.
There it is.
The 1-1 delivery. This time the backdoor cutter just misses the edge. Would not get him to extend. Columbus has the advantage at 3-1 here. Oh man, down to a knee and out ahead of the chain. Now a 3-2 pitch to Andrus. Tried the cutter. That one wasn't close, and that's ball 4. Keeps the line moving for Kevin Smith. A huge boost of confidence for Perez. Right through Heim, and this game will be tied. Into scores Pinder. And it's a 1-1 game.
Up and down and just becoming a wall.
So the wild pitch ties the game, and 1 ball, 1 strike now on Kevin Smith. And the 1-1. Chopped weakly toward third. Picked up, thrown on the run by Ibanez in time, and the inning is over. The A's get 1 to tie the game. Christian a fly ball to right his first time. And takes strike 1. This might be, Dallas, and you're more of an aficionado of this than I am, the first time I've seen Christian Pache uniform with the pant legs all the way down to the ankles. And now 1 ball and 1 strike. What does that?
What we call.
He's a baseball player.
Well, those are what we call the RP specials. RP after the late.
The 1-2 from Perez. Didn't get him to offer at the changeup.
Talk.
Bouncing ball up the middle, but right there in the shift is Marcus. 1 out.
Value.
That's a great smiles out there tonight in this 1-1 game. Third time up for Ramon. That's bounce on the right side. This time not quite through the shift like he did in the third inning. Now Jed stands into this 1-1 game. Corner of the right-hand batters with the cutter. Maybe been a miss on a changeup.
Vinny, you know how important it is. We're up the strike zone a bit.
When did you feel comfortable
Being able to hit a spot, I say 2 times in a row consistently, and that could come early in the ball.
Lowry with 2 outs in the 5th, and Marcus is right there, his former teammate in the path. 1-2-3, and again he has scored the A's lone run tonight, facing Perez for the 3rd time, and he's behind. Outs later, a walk, low to the bases, a wild pitch brought him home. Chad thought he had a good take.
Against righties this year, a changeup.
And he can untie it with one mighty blow. And that would be a story against this guy who hasn't allowed the home run yet this year. 7. Okay, wins are one thing, but an ERA over 5. Yo won in this series. Tomorrow night has an ERA better than 5. A soft liner to left, charging in Miller, and he's there to make the grab. 2 outs for Noisy. Sheldon 0 for 2 tonight and 0 for his last 16. And sometimes on a night, because the pitchers have been in command. Broken bat towards Seager. That ended up near Perez. And the A's go 1-2-3. We're an impressive arms to be talking with. We start the bottom of the 7th, a 1-1 game. Those numbers certainly show you why.
Yeah, decent
run. And a bunt by Bethancourt might be a good one. A flip to first base. Perez misfires, and Bethancourt continues on to second base. The umpires on the infield, you cannot review it.
And how much sense does that make?
Not very much.
I have never been able to understand how we can value outs that could be made beyond the infield any more valuable than outs that can be made.
There's a shot in the alley left center from Elvis. It gets down for extra bases. He'll hustle into second, played back in by Garcia. And the go-ahead run at second base, Elvis with here with an overshift on him. And he fists one out of play to the right side. Take one more look. For 2 tonight. Now behind, 0-2 in the count. 2-strike pitch. Reached for it, didn't get the changeup. He's down on strikes. That's a half a dozen for Perez. The way this inning is played out. Pache fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Is not that bad. Now behind 0-2.
You feel like it's just something about the
0-2 pitch. He reached for it, just got enough of it. 0-2 delivery. Hit high in the air to right. Calhoun will have the play, drifting back. And we're through 7. Perez and Montes.